going to hand over to the team from Creative for them to join and introduce themselves and present on creative travel and what they can do for you in the Maldives. So Creative team, are you there? I think you're on mute. Hi, Nina.
Hi, Matt. Hello, everyone. My name is Nina from Maldives. I believe our colleague Dimple is also with us.
Apologies, everyone. Of course, there are always some technical issues.
I think Dimple is asking us to unmute him.
Hang on, Dimple, I think, is on mute. Akash and Dimple.
Hi, guys.
Okay. Hi. Hopefully, you should be able to talk now.
Yes. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for lovely introduction. Hello, good afternoon from India. Good morning to all the participants from the UK. My name is Dimple Singh. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at Creative Travel in India. And today we are delighted to present our beach destination that we represent called the Maldives. And I have my colleague Akash, who heads the UK operations here at Creative Travel.
Hello, everyone. Good morning to you. This is Akash.
And I have Nina from our ground operations from Maldives. So please allow me to share that we have a local joint venture and partnership with Crown Tours in Maldives. And Nina shall be telling us a little bit more about Maldives today. Over to you, Nina. Can we have the slides, please?
Sure, wait 1 minute. Let me share. All right, let me know if everyone can see the screen.
Yes, we can.
All right.
So as you all know, Creative Travel has been around for the last 43 years. We started in 1977. And this, in fact, this is our 44th years in operation. We currently operate in 6 countries, which are India, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Tibet, and Maldives. We have won over 80 global awards. We are a team of 170 people in India and globally with one passion to serve the best to all our partners from across the globe. Next slide, please, Nina. And we are known for our out-of-the-box thinking. Being different is our core to our mission, and creativity for us is a way of life. And we have spent our years of experience getting to know our destinations. Collectively, between 175 people across the board that we have a collectively over 1,000 years of experience in handling these destinations. Next slide, please. And this is who we are. This is our office on the left on the top that you see some of our images from the office. We are a Traveler-Made DMC partner for India and Maldives. Jungle Sutra is our specialty wildlife brand, which is also virtuoso. And we are also India's most preferred brand. We have won World Travel Award 22 times, National Tourism Award 17 times, and we are Asia's first accredited DMC. And we also won TTG Travel Award 5 times and Side Crystal Award, including a Side Crystal Award for Maldives for running the best incentive program in Maldives. So here we present Maldives to you, and over to you, Nina. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Dimple. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nina, again, from representing here in Maldives. So I would like to start off the presentation by sharing a short video. Okay, one second. So moving forward, so why rediscover? Rediscover is because after all this pandemic and what is going on right now with the current situation, we would like to encourage everyone to rediscover what Maldives is for those who has been here, who has already experienced Maldives as a destination, and would like to rediscover what they have not experienced yet before. So that's what we encourage to all our guests. All right, so Maldives as a destination, of course, it's the most luxurious resort in the world. Having a unique experience, whereas it is a one island, one destination concept, which is very unique amongst all other destinations. Of course, the marine life is also uncomparable to other destinations. We have also part of the country whereas it is a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. And also we have a lot of experiences that we can offer and provide to all our clients, not just water sports. There are also, I mean, it's a destination fit for everyone, not just for honeymooners. It's also great for families, for couples, you know, for and also for groups and everybody where they want, if they want to have a secluded and private area just for themselves, that also we can arrange. Right now, I would consider Maldives as the safest destination to go with, especially in these times, because since it's a one island, one resort concept, it's you know, less risk to other like when it comes to social distancing and all. So going along. So now we have already opened our borders since July 15th. And one of the requirements that, that the government has implemented for all tourists. So since we wanted to promote Maldives as a very, very easy destination for the guests not to have any how to say inconvenience when it comes to the arrival with the test and all the requirements, like if they need to have this like test results, it's a mandatory and things like that. So for Maldives, we do not require any of those. So tourists will not be subject to any quarantine measures upon arrival. There will be temperature checks, whereas if your temperature, I mean, if you're asymptomatic to the like COVID requirements, then it's not then you are the protocol is same as it was before. And the guests are not also required to submit any medical test results upon arrival. Of course, if the guests would want to do a PCR test for themselves, then of course it's as per their cost. But then if there are any random testings that will be conducted by the government, then it's no cost also. But then the only requirement that we ask for all our guests is a health declaration card, which should be submitted 24 hours before the arrival. There is a link that we can provide, whereas those details you will have to submit from there. So planning from your trip, of course, one of the requirements, I mean, one of our benefits for coming here in Maldives is it's always, I mean, it has always been the same, whereas we provide a 30-day free visa for all tourists upon arrival. And also further information about the protocols for this current situation, we can also provide you the details. Now, so upon departure, I believe Emirates and Etihad flights are requiring for those guests who are transiting and coming through the Middle East, specifically for Emirates and Etihad flights, they require a negative result PCR test certificate before their departure. So for those, to arrange those appointments, the resort or us also can liaise it with the resort, and we can arrange it for you and for your guest. So for us being one of the representatives of Creative Travel, we are part of the Crown and Champa Resorts. So as I go through this presentation, I just would like to do a quick presentation of the resorts that we are very proud of to promote for you guys. Which is the Crown and Champa Resort. So moving forward, so we have 10 list of collections for the Crown and Champa Resorts, namely, and these properties is original Maldivian brand, which we strive to deliver on these fundamentals across the collection of resorts and hotels. So one of them is, of course, the culinary journeys, whereas we have lots of we provide a lot of a la carte restaurants and we have a lot of dishes or for gastronomy journeys, whereas we provide for all our guests of all different types. And then, of course, we also provide an exceptional service and great value for money. We support the rich culture and heritage of the Maldives, whereas also one of them is, if you are aware of the underwater restaurant, which is located in Hurawali, that's also one of our properties. And then, of course, the wellness, the spa for all the ladies, and of course for couples. And we have also, we can cater also for, we have an adults only resorts, whereas the couples can have a solemn experience with their holidays. Golf experiences is also there. So we have a resort that we can provide for those golf lovers, and of course, diving experiences and water sports. So what are our luxury resorts? So we have 3 different types of luxury resorts. One is Komandoo, Maldives. It's a semi-private island located in Laviani Atoll. And another one is Hurawali, Maldives, which is an adults-only resort, and Kagi, Maldives Spa Island, which is well known for it's a wellness brand, in which it's one of our newest collection, where we will be opening in September. So moving forward, this is our Komandoo Island, private island resort, which is located in Laviani. So this property is an ultra all-inclusive private island resort. For those inquiries, for those requests that you have who wants to have an island for themselves, like for groups, in which they want an all-inclusive where anything is it's already an all-inclusive, like the spa is included, the water sports also is free of charge. And if they want also to experience the underwater restaurant, we can also provide the transfer, because it's very, very close by to 3 of our properties, which also is Hurawali. So if they want to dine in also into the underwater restaurant, we can arrange that for them. So this is a 15 inventory villa it's a very spacious villa, and it's very, very luxurious, whereas it has its own wine cellar, and they can also arrange a private chef for you when and like upon request. So what are the unique selling points of Komandoo Private Island? So one of them is, of course, the all-inclusive concept. Another one is it has, I mean, you have your own personal butler where you can arrange anything that you want to request, like spa, or to do an island, like a cruise, sunset cruise, and all those. So it is one of the largest cheese room and overwater wine cellar in the retreat. So another one is it's the first Himalayan salt chamber in the Maldives. So whereas it has its benefits, health benefits also, and this is also part of the all-inclusive plan, whereas every day they can even arrange their spa and, you know, their water sports and all. So it's also one of the Maldives' most sustainable resorts. Why? Because they have it's 85% of the electricity that has been used in the island is by solar power. It's also all the residences have their own private pool. It's a family-friendly resort where we can really recommend it for families. They have their own gaming rooms also for kids and all. So next, so this is the underwater restaurant which I was referring to earlier, which is Hurawali, located in Hurawali. So this is our next luxury property is, of course, Hurawali Island Resort. It's a 40 minutes transfer by seaplane. We have 90 inventory rooms in this island. And then we can also provide different types of meal plans according to the requirements of the guest. And we have 6 restaurants and bars available for the guests to experience and dine. So we cater for this island. What we cater is for ages 15 and above. It's also where the world's largest all-glass underwater restaurant is located, and it has its own marine biology center. And of course, the house reef here is very rich. Whereas in front, like when in front of your overwater villas, you can easily just see the reef here located on surrounding the island. So next is our newly opened, our new resort, which will be opening coming September, which is Kagi, Maldives. It is a wellness concept of island. It's located in North Malay Atoll, which is accessible by seaplane or by speedboat. It's also one of our island which is rich in marine life. As you can see here, it's also the house reef also is surrounding the island, which is very good and recommended for diving and snorkeling for all our guests. It also has its own lagoon where it's also safe for children to have a swim. So it's a 50 pool villas inventory. So all villas have their own private pool, and it's a wellness concept, whereas it has a spa center located in the middle of the island. All right. So unique selling points, as what I have mentioned earlier, yes, it's a wellness brand. It has culinary creations also, whereas the restaurants and the facilities provided in this property is very, very rich, and it has diverse also. It's very diverse towards all our guests. And then, yeah, and then next would be our boutique resorts. So what are our boutique resorts? So we have also here Komandoo, Maldives, and Beligandu Island. So this is Beligandu Island Resort. For those clients which you have which loves to be just a laid back experience and just enjoy the beach and lie down in the sun, then we recommend Beligandu Island Resort. So it's located in North Ari Atoll. It's a 91 villa inventory, which has both beach villas and overwater villas. There are two kinds of meal plans for this property, which is a full board and all-inclusive plus. And this used to be an island with adults only kind of concept. However, with the demand from what we have from all of from the clienteles, then we have catered it for families also. So now Komandoo Island Resort. So the concept of this is an adults only resort, which is why we have called it the romantic getaway. It's also located in Laviani Atoll, which has a 65 villa inventory, and it has 2 restaurants and 2 bars, which is also very for those clients who wants to have a quiet time and just enjoy spending time with your loved ones, then with your partner, then this is the perfect island that we can recommend to our partners. So it's an exclusively adults only 18 years old and above resort. So it's a boutique, small and intimate resort. It has an excellent house reef and many sea turtles. So for those, which is why in our logo we have put a turtle in it, because that is what is known for. And then moving forward, so the combination of everything in one. So our collection, part of our collection is Beligandu Island Resort, Miru, and Koredu. So this is Beligandu Island Resort. This is the property that we recommend best for the divers. Why? Because it's located in South Ari Atoll. South Ari Atoll is perfectly well known for whale sharks and manta season. So it's a 25-minute accessible resort by seaplane. It has 194 inventory, whereas also one of the unique selling points for this property is it's a resort that is very well known for divers. So it also has an underwater spa, which has also a separate adults only zone. So moving forward is Miru Island Resort. This is a speedboat accessible property. We recommend this property for families because it has its own kids club. There is an area in the island whereas we allocate it for adults only and also for those who have families, so that for guests who wants to have like who would not want to be disturbed, like who doesn't who prefers to have areas with no children, then that is where we allocate them. So this is one of the islands that has a perfect Maldivian culture because it has its own museum where we can, the guest can experience the Maldivian culture and its heritage. And it's also, it has the best beach and lagoon in the Maldives. And of course, as I have mentioned earlier, it has its own pitch and pool patting golf course. And then it has 2 spas over water and a land spa. And it, as I mentioned earlier, it's a kids and teens club facility is also there. And also the transfers going to this property is by speedboat. So for those guests who are arriving in the nighttime with flights that has an evening flight, if they prefer to go straight to the island and not stay an overnight in a city hotel, then we can recommend this property. So Koredu Island Resort. So this is one of the resort which is very well known for its golf course. It's similar concept with Miru Island Resort. It has 387 villas, which we can really recommend for groups. It has 4 restaurants, 3 a la carte restaurants, and 8 bars. So for activities, water sports, or for those who are who have inquiries with MICE and incentives, this is the place that we can best recommend. It's located in Laviani Atoll, and it has the largest dive center and water sports in the Maldives. So this is the property which has the first golf course and the longest driving range in the Maldives also. So our last resort is that we can also present and recommend is Inahura Maldives Resort. So this is one of our latest collection that has operated since last year. It's a easy life kind of concept, whereas it has a 78 inventory villa. And the area is located close to the biggest coral reef in the Maldives. So we can really recommend this also for divers and snorkeling lovers. It has a good Maldivian concept with a modern twist. So of course, we also have our own airport and city hotel, which is Champa Central Hotel located in Male. So it's like an urban escape where we can also provide like guests who are transiting. So we can provide them this property for those resorts, stays that has a seaplane transfer resort, whereas the seaplane transfers only operates during daytime and their flight is in the night. So we can recommend them to stay here while they wait for their international flight in the nighttime, late night time. So there, now moving forward. Okay, so our safety protocols during this COVID situation. So I can share you one quick video whereas
Welcome to Crown and Champa Resorts. The safety of our guests, partners, stakeholders, and employees is the core of our business. As we prepare for the resort reopenings and to welcome our guests back, we want to ensure that our resorts are a safe haven for everyone.
We're excited to welcome back our guests to a safe and comfortable environment. The CCR guidelines to a safe holiday experience in paradise will assure our guests can experience a memorable and safe holiday in Maldives.
Implemented in our core strategy to enhance our resort safety does not mean any limitations or obstacles to experiences. Hi, my name is Ali.
Hi, my name is Mary.
We will take you through the expected CCR holiday journey.
Guaranteed to deliver the highest safety and hygiene standards. to assure an enjoyable holiday filled with a true Maldivian hospitality and experiences. A well-trained CCI airport representative will receive the guest and provide guidance through the airport journey. Guests traveling by seaplane will be expected to strictly observe the health and safety guidelines advised by Trans-Maldivian Airways. TMA strictly follows the required guidelines from the government authorities. Guests traveling by domestic flight transfer will be expected to strictly observe the health and safety guidelines advised by the domestic airline carrier.
Guests traveling by speedboat will be expected to strictly observe the health and safety guidelines advised by our boat crew. A safe physical distance between guests will be maintained while seated, and the seats and the life jackets will be disinfected between each transfer.
Contactless guest concierge mobile application.
From booking to check-in. During the entire stay until checkout, guests can download the resort mobile application prior to arrival and connect and interact with our guest service team through creating and exploring their holiday itineraries with minimal interaction and contact. The assurance of the highest attention to each guest via the mobile application.
Once guests arrive, they can effortlessly check in and our well-trained front-of-house team will guide them to their room. We assure safe physical distancing is maintained. Outside the comfort and secluded private villas, guests will be guided, for example, by the main communal pool areas, restaurants and other communal facilities to maintain a safe physical distance of at least 1.5 meters, as well between our staff and guests, without compromising any service standards and hospitality.
Guests are served directly at their tables or from a carefully well-developed buffet. In the a la carte restaurants and bars, guests can review our food and beverage menus via the mobile application to avoid contact with printed menus. Tables are spaciously allocated at least 1.5 meters apart, and only a limited number of guests are confirmed to dine at the restaurant at the same time. Sanitizing dispenser units are placed at the entrances of each restaurant, and guests receive a disinfected sanitizing cloth while seated before enjoying their meals. Internationally approved chemicals are used to disinfect and clean our guest rooms. The linen and towels are placed for guest use. Guests are able to control their housekeeping and maintenance requests via the mobile application. Our rooms will welcome each guest to the maximum convenience, and non-essential amenities will be removed and is available upon request. High touch points in the room, for example, TV remote, light switches, door handles, and furniture surfaces will be disinfected. We'll continue as normal with safety protocols in place and maintaining the safe physical distance between guests. Group activities and excursions will be controlled with a limited capacity to assure safety.
Relax and restore your energy in our spa, where we strictly follow the guidelines in place from the Health Protection Agency, and government restrictions will be adhered to. Our spa treatment rooms will be disinfected after each treatment to assure the next treatment takes place in a clean and safe environment.
Dive and Water Sports Center will assure the highest standard of hygienic protocols are implemented across the services provided and strictly observe the required Health Protection Agency guidelines. Guests can assure they don't miss any activity through prior bookings via the mobile application.
A well-established and trained medical team is available on the island to carry out the well-being needs of each guest in cooperation with the Health Protection Agency.
All our staff continue to receive comprehensive training with the guidance from established accredited international partners to assure the highest and most updated standards are understood and followed. With these safety guidelines in place, guests can confidently start packing their beach holiday outfits, sun hats, and sunscreen, and trust to have a safe holiday experience in paradise. For an insight, look into the Crown and Champa Resort's Safe Holiday Experience in Paradise guidelines and protocols. Please visit sales.crownandchamparesorts.com/safety protocol.
Thank you for watching this short video.
Our original Maldivian hospitality awaits you.
See you soon.
Hey, don't forget, all travelers traveling to and from Maldives are required to submit a self-declarative health declaration form within 24 hours prior to their travel. This can be filled and submitted via the online portal of Maldives Immigration by following this link: imuga.immigration.gov.mv.
Yes, so that is quick summary of the Crown and Champa resorts. So we move forward to the Maldives as a destination. So of course, as I have mentioned earlier, we provide a 30-day free visa upon arrival. We have our own guest service team, whereas all your guests, whenever they upon arrival to the airport, we have our own guest service team who will meet and greet with the guests and assist them towards their luggages and for their next transfer. So another one is, of course, to experience the underwater life and also the photo flight and comfortable airport lounge. Now, okay, so as you all know, Maldives is it is 99% water and 1% land kind of country. It has 4 international airports with 7 domestic airports also surrounding the country. We have 1,190 islands surrounding the entire country with 26 atolls in which you refer to as regions. So right now we have 166 registered island resorts. At the moment for us, we have 152 that is operating at the moment. 156 resorts operating at the moment, in which we have all of these properties we do have direct contracts with, and we can also assist you with your inquiries. So the climate here is an average temperature of 28 to 32 degrees. It's a tropical weather all year round, whereas there are monsoon seasons, but then it's not necessarily like a weather that is raining the whole day. So it's just like 1 or 2 hours in a day that rains during monsoon season, and then the rest of the day is already a tropical sunny weather. So what are the transportations that we can provide here in the Maldives? So we have 3 different types of transportations. One is speedboat transfer, which is operating 24 hours. It is the properties which offers speedboat transfers are those whom are located very close to the international airport. So as you can see here, I am showing you the map of the Maldives. Let me zoom it very, very quickly. So here is the Villana International Airport where it's located. So it's located in this area, and all the resorts here listed in this island is speedboat accessible resort. So I will be sharing this map to all of you also. I think Dimple can also share it with you guys so that you can have an idea on how the logistics would be when it comes to, you know, like where the specific island is located, where the resort is located, and if you have requests for like multiple inter-island destination, then we can also arrange that. But at the moment, staying in one property is not yet advisable or implemented by the government, but later on, as soon as they have lifted that, then we can definitely arrange an inter-island stay. Okay, so next would be seaplane operations. We have 3 different types of companies who are operating seaplane transfers. Now, the seaplane transfers are only operating during daytime. So which is why if you have guests who has a late evening flight, then we recommend them as soon as they arrive to stay in a city hotel or resorts that is nearby, that is a speedboat accessible resort. So third one would be the domestic flight operations. So for properties that is a little bit further, then those are the domestic flight accessible resorts. So from this map, you can see the legend. The ones in oranges are the domestic airports. So at least you will be able to have a basis on which resorts that has two options, which is seaplane and domestic flight. So now, okay, so right now, from your guest arrival guide, now I just want to briefly explain it to you. So of course, we have a 30-day free visa for tourists. Of course, the requirements that the guest would need to bring upon arrival is, of course, their prepaid hotel booking accommodation, the guest voucher, and then upon clearance also from the immigration, of course, they will need for those yellow fever vaccination certificate is required for the countries that that is mentioned below, which is in Africa and also in the Americas. So it is required for the travelers 9 months of age and older to who are in airport transit for more than 12 hours within the country, which has a risk of yellow fever transmission, to provide a yellow fever vaccination certificate. Now, upon arrival, so what would the guests expect as soon as they arrive here in the country? So of course, as I have mentioned earlier, we have our guest service team who will be meeting and assisting the guests upon arrival. So please make sure that you always inform the guests to proceed to counter number 18. That is our airport counter, in which our guest service team will be there to hand over the vouchers and assist them with their transfers. Okay, so what would the guests expect for their transfer to the island? So of course, as soon as our guest service team assists them, there will be a seaplane terminal check-in counter in which they will check in all their luggages, and they will be provided with the boarding cards and take them to 3 to 5 minute bus ride to the base, seaplane base. And from there, there will be a lounge that they can comfortably stay and wait until their flight is ready for boarding. So for after that, as soon as the flight is ready for boarding, then the base team would be assisting them towards the terminal jetty on their way to the island. Now, for domestic flights, so they will be assisted and guided through the domestic terminal check-in counters, whereas it has the same procedure for them to be checking in their luggages, and then boarding passes will be provided. And of course, there will be a terminal lounge facility also where they can, there is food, Wi-Fi, and spa facilities also that can be provided there. Now, so what are our top international brands in the Maldives in which you can also book through us? So one of them, these are just a few that that we have posted or mentioned here. So one of them is, of course, the Marriott hotels, Hilton hotels, Waldorf Astoria, of course, one of those, the top brands, 5-star, may it be from 3-star to 5-star luxury resorts and private islands. Those you can easily contact Dimple and his team to check them for you, so that they will be assisting you also with the rates. So all of this we have direct contracts with, and we can assist you with these properties accordingly. So what else does Maldives has to offer? So of course, renewal of vows is there, but take note that the renewal of vows is just ceremonial and it's not legal. So for those couples who wants to experience a very unique renewal of vows experience to a very exotic destination, then we can definitely arrange that. Of course, the group incentive holidays, for those corporate holidays that or like groups of friends who wants to have their own itinerary and private beach dinner parties and activities, we can definitely arrange that for you. And if you can just let us know the requirements of this group, then we can check with the resort also and give you a very, very good proposal. So of course, day trips and excursions are there. Sunset cruise, dolphin cruise, turtle snorkeling, diving also, and surfing spots also is very, very well known here in the Maldives. And of course, as I have mentioned, family holidays also is one of the best that we can provide here in the Maldives. So snorkeling trips are there also, and yes. So for surfing, we have different types of surfing spots here in the Maldives. So for those guests who love to do surfing, we would highly recommend them to go through this area in the south, whereas it has surfing spots also surrounding this atoll. And we can also arrange a boat for them to go to the surfing points, and there are resorts also that has already inclusive of the surfing facilities. So this is, yeah, of course, this is one of the experiences, unique experiences that Maldives has to offer, which is the seaplane experience. Because since as you all know, Maldives has the largest seaplane fleet all over the world. And then this is how the resort team welcome the guests upon arrival. Of course, they will be provided with their refreshments and cold towels, and then the activities that we can provide also here in the Maldives. So it's never a dull moment in this country, in which everyone will definitely enjoy, from children to adults and to those couples who just wants to relax and enjoy the sun, sand, and sea. So yeah, that would be the end of my presentation. I believe Dimple have to say something. Yes.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you so very much for this wonderful presentation.
You're welcome.
And I would now allow Matt to come in, and if he has any questions that we can answer.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Dimple. So if anybody does have any questions, please just drop them into the Q&A box now, and I can ask Nina for you. Nina, one question that has come up is age required. If so, what is the official age?
Sorry, say again. The line is a bit. Yes, can you repeat the question again, Matt, please? Thanks.
With the underwater restaurants, is there a minimum restriction for it?
Well,
with the underwater restaurants, is there a minimum age requirement?
Well, since the underwater restaurant is located in Hurawali, which is an adults-only resort, so ages 15 and above can experience it. But for those who are staying in Komandoo, the semi-private island, we can, since it's a family concept resort. It caters for children also, so we can do it on request basis, on request basis, and there will be an arranged schedule for them to dine. Because since Hurawali and Kudadu is just located next to each other, let me show you very briefly. Here, this is where Hurawali and Kudadu is located. As you can see, it's actually just a five-minute boat ride from one island to the other. So. Yes. So any more questions? Wait.
Hi, Nina, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Nina, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Sorry. I got thrown out my own. Another question was, great. Another question is, are there minimum night stay requirements for any of the properties, or can you go for as many nights or as few nights as you want?
For this period, actually, since if there are guests who will be flying through Emirates and Etihad, now according to their requirements with the PCR test on departure from Maldives to their next destination, they are required, the guests are required at least 96 hours. Test results at least 96 hours. So that would be 4 days, if I'm not mistaken, correct? So for those guests who has those kinds of flights, at least 4 days.
Okay, perfect.
But for other airlines, I would say there are no minimum night stay.
Okay. And then another question that came up, if you have customers staying at Champa Central, is alcohol allowed at that particular property, or is it not allowed?
Yes, thank you for asking that question. Actually, Male is, since Maldives is a Muslim country, and whereas it's 100% Sunni Muslim country, so there are no alcohol beverages allowed here in the capital city. However, if the guest wants to have, to have drinks, we can recommend them to go to the airport hotel, which is called Hulu Island Hotel. From there, they can, it's just walking distance through the Villana International Airport, in which from there, alcohol can be served.
Okay, brilliant. And another question is, with the activities, can you book them on the ground when you're there, or would you advise to organize in advance of your trip?
For guests who want to have different kinds of itineraries during the day, so we prefer them to pre-book it as much as possible. But then for those who has who wants to do a spontaneous kind of activity, then they can definitely arrange it directly with the resort. Because most of the activities, also especially for cruises, and like sunset cruise or snorkeling cruise, it's actually subject to the weather conditions. So if the guest wants to pre-book it, and the weather condition is it's not advisable to do a boat ride, then unfortunately they won't be able to experience it. And if they want. But if they want to secure their seats, then yes, we can advise them to always pre-book it with us.
Okay,
then at least
great.
the whole itinerary is arranged.
Okay, great. And anyone else, any last questions, please just put them into the Q&A box now and I can ask Nina for you. Nina, another question that came up is specific to the new resort, so Kagi. And the question is that it looked like, well, as a statement, a great resort. And the question is, do you know operators or that's to it at the moment, or is it still relatively new in the UK market?
The Kagi Maldives, you mean? Is he referring to Kagi Maldives?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, for Kagi Maldives, actually, it is, yes, it is very, very new to the market since we have not officially opened it yet. All the Crown and Champa resorts will be opening on September, in which we have decided to launch it on the same day as the other properties that we will be reopening. I would say since for the UK market, as far as what I understand, it's a requirement that has, you know, they prefer to have a more relaxed holiday. You know, like getting away from the, you know, the normal, you know, busy life that they have in the cities. So for Kagi Maldives, since it's a wellness concept, whereas not just the spa, but also like the culinary and, you know, the environment that the resort is offering, then yes, we can, I would say this is really a good property that would fit also for the UK market.
Okay, great. And another question about Kagi Maldives is, is that it will move because of last minute, you know, sort of like amendments that they need to make to the resort, or is it guaranteed to open alongside the other resorts on September the 15th?
It is, yes.
Okay.
I don't see, because right now it's actually like there are no more constructions going on in the property. So I would say I would be confident enough to say that yes, it will be opening on time. Not the usual other properties that they said they will open and then later on they will postpone and move.
Okay.
Because actually
all right, brilliant. Yeah. So I think that is the end of our questions now.
Yeah. If I may add also, hello. Sorry, I think the connection. Yeah, I think the connection is not quite good.
Nina.
Yeah. Anyway, if I may add also, what I'm trying to explain is
Hi, Nina, we can hear you.
Yes, now I can hear you. Now I was just trying to explain that the good thing of having a ground handling team here in the Maldives is that for us, what we do here is every year we go to these resorts in the different kinds of resorts that we are selling. We go to them one by one and experience it firsthand. So for us, we really know which resort we can recommend because we have experienced it. We are also very open to our opinions to each and every resort, whereas sometimes what you can see only in the brochure is different from what it is in real life, and we don't want to have that kind of inconvenience to the guest, whereas they would have very high expectations of what they see in the brochures and in the website comparing to what it really is in like personally, you know. So if you have any doubts with any kind of resort, or if you have questions like would this fit into our clients, then please always just let us know, and we can definitely explain it to you, whereas we could honestly say our opinion and say maybe we can move these guests to this property instead because this resort has opened yet. This resort is newly opened, yes, but then you know, from what we have seen so far, there's still a little bit of construction going on, so we would not recommend that inconvenience to our guests. So in our case, since we have seen and we can coordinate it directly with the resort on what's happening for our mutual guests, and what we want is, of course, for our, you know, for our clients to have a perfect holiday that they are really looking forward to. So yes. So in that case, having us also here based in the Maldives is also an advantage. So we can also guide you through it. So is Matt, are you still there?
He's having a little unstable connection today.
Ah, okay.
Okay, great. So just a couple of notes now. So
maybe I could
just stop sharing the screen. Yeah.
okay, I think
Matt, are you there?
I think Matt is.
He wanted to take a couple of notes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it seems we have lost him. Let's wait for a minute and let's see if he comes back.
Yeah, so I believe Linda has a question regarding the COVID testing. So yes, I have explained earlier that for Etihad and Emirates Airlines, they are requiring all guests departing from Maldives, and for all passengers transiting or going through the to the Middle East area, they require at least 96 hours to do a PCR test and submit a negative result also. And then, so Sam also has a question, if there are lots of resorts putting out special offers. Yes, there are a lot of offers going on right now with a very, very flexible cancellation policies as well. There are offers like 30%, 40% discount, which goes through the travel dates up until the whole of the year, until next year also. So you can just coordinate it with Dimple or Akash, and they can definitely provide you with a very good offer. So I do have one question though, Matt. Matt, are you there?
I am. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yes, yes. No, my question is, how is it for you guys here? How's the situation there in UK? I mean, have you already lifted your like traveling outbound?
They are lifting it slowly.
Mhm.
So they have lifted it outbound to a number of European destinations. Not really. I think maybe one or two long haul, but the majority have been Europe so far. And for example, Spain was lifted for people to travel, and the numbers started to increase significantly there, so you can off the list. Numbers spike in countries, actually change the FCO advice to no travel. The Maldives is supposed to be, most of the papers are reporting that they will be adding the Maldives to the list of countries to travel to soon, and removing the quarantine. But there were rumors it was going to happen last week, and it hasn't. But I think the feeling is that it's going to be quite imminent.
Okay. So according to the reports that we have from the Ministry of Tourism, actually UK market is the top one for this month, the arrivals for this month. So we have apparently for the month of July, we have 258 guest acts who has arrived. So in a span of 2 weeks, we have 258 guests from the UK market. And then secondly would be the United States, US, which has 189 packs of arrivals in a span of 2 weeks from the day that the borders open. Yeah, and then some from the Middle East, yes, United Arab Emirates, which is 143. And then following with German market, which is 135 packs. So we are seeing a little bit of, we are getting improved, quite an improved guest arrivals from what we have noticed so far. So we're hoping for good results in the coming months also.
Yeah, and the Maldives is getting a huge amount of attention in the UK market because like you say in your presentation, it's perceived as a safe destination, it's perceived as COVID-free, it has social distancing built into it, it has privacy built into it. So it is getting a lot of press from both the trade and from the media as well. And I think at the moment there is a 14-day quarantine for people coming back, but once they lift that, the numbers will significantly increase as well.
Understand. I think that for now, that is the challenge that we are facing right now here in this country, because as much as we want everyone to experience a hassle-free holiday here in the Maldives, but the only hesitant so far that we are facing from the feedback that we are getting so far is like when they go back, then they have to go through the 14-day quarantine, which is another, and plus the mandatory PCR test that they have to, that they have to conduct.
Exactly. So just to let everyone know, we will put the video of this live onto Facebook and YouTube later on this afternoon. And I will send all of you the links for them just in case you want to watch it again, or you want to share it with your teams. Or I know some people have colleagues or teams who are currently furloughed, so aren't able to watch it in the office, but may want to watch from home. I will send that. If you think of any other questions, then please let me know, and I'll just connect you directly with Dimple and Nina, who can answer those questions for you. And anything else at all, please just let us know, and we can provide further information or further training on any of the results in particular. We can provide fact sheets, we can links with you, anything at all like that, just let us know, and we're happy to run like a separate mini session on any of the products, or any sort of itinerary that you can think of. So just handing over to the creative guys one last time. Hopefully technology will stay with us. Any last words from anyone before we finish the call?
Yes, maybe from, I just wanted to, you know, like share it with everyone that, so from our collection, we have over 150. So almost all of the resorts that is operating here in the Maldives, we can like assist you with, because we have, you know, we have contracts with them. So we can definitely, whatever resorts that your guests have come into mind or would want to inquire, just always coordinate it with Dimple and with Akash, then we can definitely assist it for you and provide you the best service that we can give. And yes, hopefully we'll look for brighter days in the coming months. And I would like to thank everyone also for being here and for like spending time for this presentation. Thank you, Dimple, for us arranging this presentation as well.
Thank you, Nina. So on behalf of entire team Creative, myself, Akash, Matt, Nina, thank you for joining us today. And we look forward to see you in UK or somewhere in the world very, very soon. And as Nina said, we look forward to welcome your guests to Maldives. And we as Matt mentioned, we work across the spectrum of resorts. So anything you desire at any time, we are just a one phone call or an email away, and we look forward to working with you very, very soon. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining. Apologies for some of the technology delays. Akash, sorry, I think you might have just said hello to everyone, then I cut you off.
Yeah, so no, I'm having a terrible day with the technology as well. Thank you, Matt, for pitching me in. But I just wanted to quickly, I just wanted to quickly put in another word saying that, you know, of course, it's a price-conscious market if we talk about the current scenario at the moment. We are very confident of what we are offering. So, you know, please do feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to give, you know, our best shot so that we can together win this business in the turbulent times.
If your team needs a map of the Maldives also, so they can have, you know, like an idea of how to arrange the logistics and whatnot, then I have shared the map also to Dimple and to Akash, and they can share it definitely with the participants in this. And also to you.
Thank you, Nina. And Linda would love the map, she says.
That would be great.
I'll send this across to you right now.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your patience with people dropping in and out, particularly me, and technology and interruptions and being cut off. And obviously, this is what happens when everyone's working from home and everyone's internet is being drained by their neighbours. But thank you very much for joining us this morning. Like I say, we will have the videos up on our socials this afternoon, and I will send them across to you. And any further help you need from us, just let us know.
Thank you, man. Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Bye now.
Bye.